Hi everyone! So this is a book review, and I just finished this book, Vampire Academy by Richelle. I think that's how you pronounce it, Richelle Mead. And it's the first book in the Vampire Academy series. Last week I had watched the movie Vampire Academy. Freaking fantastic. I loved it so much. And I actually realized, through that, I realized it was a book. And it was like, okay, if the book is that great, as great as the movie, like, it is a, yeah, I told you in a previous video, that it's like, it is a vampire school thing, and it's so much better than House of Night. And, like, I was worried that the book might be similar to what House of Night was to me, but it wasn't. The book wasn't as, like, freaking incredible as the movie is, but, like, that's kind of to be expected. Movies, actually, you get more of a visual, and it's, like, it's brought to life, and there's a different sort of magic to it, as, like, there's a magic to the books, but this, it's, like, basically, like, the same plot line, the same sort of, like, storyline between the book and the movie, but there are some slight differences. I don't mind, though. Like, I really actually loved the sort of small differences that I liked that they did in the movie rather than what she originally did in the book. But on disc, she does do a sort of an interview, and she really likes the movie, even though, like, I say like so much. In the movie, Lisa, or Vasilisa, I don't even know how to pronounce that name. Like, I'm just gonna call her Lisa, because that's just what her name is. Lisa brings home the cat that I'm guessing she had acquired in the 2 years she'd been away from the academy. She and Rose escaped, and they brought back a cat. In this, there was a cat in the beginning, but they didn't bring him, and, like, I was a little sad with that, because I liked that sort of tie-in, because it, you know, like, the whole villain part of this book, and, like, you know, just in the series, I'm guessing they realized, like, some of the stuff is not working. Why don't we try a bit closer to home, and maybe she'll do what we want her to do. So, you know, they killed Cat. It's a little bit of a spoiler. It's not a huge spoiler, but it's a little bit of a spoiler. But yeah, and I like that that Rose finds out a bit more information about Vladimir and Anna. I think it's pronounced Anna is better, and the whole shadow kissed theory, and the healing spirit, or, like, the healing magic. Like, there's 4 elements, and then there's actually a 5th element, which is spirit, and that I like what they did better in the movie than in here. And then, like, I also really like the love interest for Lisa, who comes in with the name Christian. I don't want to say anything else because I don't want to spoil stuff, but I really like how at the end of the movie, his element is fire, and he does something with fire at the end of the movie, and within rescuing and helping Lisa and Rose. I really, really like that. That doesn't happen in the book, which I'm a little... I didn't like that. But it was still basically, like, the same. It's just exactly the same thing. And for those of us people who have watched the movie and read the book, or read the book and watched the movie, sometimes are a little disappointed with the what happens and what they change and what they add and such things. Best example that I'm pulling off the top of my head is with Lord of the Rings.
In the movie, we have Arwen finding Aragorn and the Hobbit camp. basically where they're camping right now and trying to hide from the Black Riders. And so Arwen finds them. In the book, if I remember correctly, it is not Arwen. It's either Legolas or it's Glorfindel, but it's one of those two. It's basically a blonde male elf, not a, well, I like him blonde, but someone on DeviantArt says, like, he is supposedly supposed to be, like, brown haired. I don't like that because he's incredibly amazing with the blonde hair. With the actor they picked for him, I think he would look a little weird with brown hair. Whatever. I think some people might have been a little miffed that they had Arwen instead of, like, one of those males. But for me, I understand, like, even without kind of, I don't even think they said it in, like, the bonus stuff that I have that comes with the extended edition stuff. Or, well, like, just even the normal edition, like the theatrical edition, not the extended edition. But anyway. And that, and, like, what they said, they wanted to have, like, more scenes with, they wanted to show Arwen more throughout the movie. Because, well, they wanted to be able to have, the, like, Arwen, Aragorn sort of interaction and stuff. They wanted more of that, and supposedly Arwen was actually going to come to Helm's Deep, but that, they found that was just a little, that was pushing a little too much, so they had, like, that mind, thingy going on, where it's almost like she's sending her spirit out towards him, and sort of kind of thing. But I think that's why they did it. They chose, like, Arwen to find that group in the Fellowship of the Ring, apart from, you know, like, the others. Just because we would have so little, interaction with her. And it is a very big boys movie, and it's a big boys, adventure action movie. But there is the Arwen-Aragorn love story intermingled with that. It's obviously not the major storyline, but it's, like, it's a sub-storyline. You wanna have that interaction. Like, be able to bring the, more women into the Lord of the Rings franchise through the movie if they haven't read the book. So
it totally took me off of this, but it's like the sort of like the changes and the additions from the book, transferring it to like into movie setting. That's the thing. The other thing, this is a really, really minor thing, but like at the end of the book, like literally this is the last chapter. In the movie, when Dimitri finds Rose, he says, "Oh, my Rose." Oh my god, I can't believe I even said that. But he says that, he says, "Oh, my Rose." And it's like, oh my god. Ah! Oh, I just died of all the romance and stuff that right there. Here, he doesn't really say that, but he says, where is it? Where is it? It says, he basically says, Rosa, which apparently is the Russian pronunciation of rose. It's Rosa, but I love it when he says rose. Like, it's like he uses that accent, and coming from this actor, it's like, oh my god, freaking seriously hot. It's just, oh. But again, this was a really good book, and I really liked it because I really, really loved the movie, and it made me really like the book. As I said, not as fantastically as the movie, but I did really like this book, and I definitely do recommend reading it. If you've watched the movie, you totally should read the book. You don't have to, and if you have read the book, please watch the movie. I love the fact that you can visually see it, and the fact that if you have fallen in love with Dimitri, oh my god, you will fall in love with him so much more, especially when you can actually hear the accent. Like, I know, like, right at the beginning where you meet Dimitri, it says, like, he has like, a bit of a Russian accent on, like, his very well-spoken English. It's not, like, broken English. It's very well-spoken English. But there is, like, the Russian accent in there. And it's just freaking amazing. Oh, my god. So, like, that's part of the reason why you should, actually watch it. Also for the fact that for a visual reference of, like, the Strigoi. And, the pronunciation of Lisa's full name, because, like, I totally butchered her full name. So, do both. I do have Frostbite, which is book 2 in the Vampire Academy series, and there are 6 books in this series. The Virgin River series is put on hold, but I do have the book down somewhere, and that is a 2021 book series. I'm going to finish this one up first, and they're basically the same length. Like, if you cut this in half, you basically have like the entire, like, the length of like a normal adult romance. This is like a teen action romance sort of thing. Then at the end, when you finish it, there is a preview for a new series, but it's tied in with the Vampire Academy, and it's called Bloodlines. You have 4 of them here, but I think there are 6. Not 6, there's definitely 5. They show the 4 of them here. You get a preview of this one. This is the first book, called Bloodlines, and apparently it's tied in with this. And I don't know how it ties in, but it ties in. I'm maybe somewhere like in the last 3 books, or maybe the last 2, something like that. Sometime where, I don't want to spoil it, but it's when the vampire government, they elect their new queen or king or something like that. They elect their new head of the vampires. And apparently there's an illegitimate sibling, and our lovely blonde here, her name is Sydney, and she is somehow tied in with Rose and Lisa. I don't know how, and I don't know when, but sometime in here, I think she appears. Don't tell me. I want to find out because I am reading this. But yeah, this was a really great book. Please read it. Yes, there are some discrepancies between the book and the movie. I didn't like how Richelle originally introduced and told the backstory of Vladimir and Anna and the whole shadow kiss thing. I liked it better in the movie of how they explained it. I liked that a lot better. But this was still a really great book, and I can't wait to finish the series and then also read the Bloodline series. So I will have, well, this series will be a lot shorter than the Virgin River, so I'd rather get this Vampire Academy, the Richelle books done than Robin Carr books. So yes, here we go. And I actually put the vampire movie book on hold again, and I will be picking that up on Tuesday. And so I'm going back to this until I have like the next library book. And look how skinny it's gotten. It was like, what, up to here? I had this much left to read last time. Sorry, maybe more like this much or something like that. I had a lot more than I had this much. So I don't know, maybe by the end of November, maybe earlier, but I'd say like, I don't know, maybe expect the last hunt video like end of November, early December, something like that. And I'm sorry, but like I forgot to do it in one of the Thursday's video. I forgot to do that. I don't know why. I'm so sorry. But there isn't even one there, but there is a preview here. But I'm not really gonna do it. No, I don't really feel like it. I'm done with that. I'm done now. And I'm going to continue reading this, but maybe not right now. I need to snack on something. I'm going to work on, I don't know, I don't even want to work. I don't know what I'm going to do. I probably will just end up reading, and I might even do another book review. Because I'm just sitting here. Just end up doing another book review today. Alright, so please like this video if you liked my book review. If you even liked the Vampire Academy, I certainly really liked it. And if you like seeing me, it's always lovely seeing me, isn't it? And if this is the first time you're watching one of my videos, please subscribe if you want to see more of these videos, more of my little weird type of videoing. The book reviews, I do hauls, unboxings, quote unquote unbaggings, because some stuff come in plasticky stuff too, and then really randomly done monthly favorites. See you all in another video. Bye bye. Oh, and happy Halloween, because I recorded this video on Halloween. Obviously won't get it up on Halloween, but you know, I did a review on a vampire book on Halloween, and I finished it on Halloween. Woohoo! So anyway, bye everyone.